Welcome to Newsified English. Here we newsified English through stories. Today we talk about magic and drama and an actor who might be replaced before filming even begins. Let's begin. Many fans are excited about the new Harry Potter series. It will be a full reboot, new actors, new episodes, and every book turned into a full season. Some say this is the dream. Others worry it will never match the movies. But one thing is sure, everyone is watching closely. And now there's a storm around one character, Severus Snape. Yes, Snape, the dark, mysterious professor from Slytherin. In the reboot, Snape is supposed to be played by Papa Acedo. He is a talented actor, known for shows like I May Destroy You and The Lazarus Project. He even played Hamlet on stage, the first black actor to do it at the Royal Shakespeare Company. But something's changed. Whispers have turned into headlines, and rumors say he might be out. So what's going on? Some media sources say HBO is thinking about removing him. Why? Because the fan reaction was not great. The announcement of Papa as Snape started online debates. Some fans supported it. Others said it felt like forced diversity. And then came the drama. Now, there are two theories. Theory 1. HBO is responding to fan pressure. The studio doesn't want the Snape casting to ruin the show's image, so they might quietly recast the role. Theory 2. Papa himself wants to leave. He's tired of the public hate. Some say the negativity got personal and he's just done with it. Both stories come from sources inside the production, and both feel possible. Why is this casting so controversial? Let's look back. In the original movies, Snape was played by Alan Rickman, a legendary actor. His version of Snape became iconic. Cold voice, black robes, mysterious eyes. Replacing him is hard no matter what. Now add this. In the books, Snape is pale, greasy-haired, and clearly described as white. Changing that makes some fans uncomfortable, especially older fans. This kind of casting isn't new. We've seen it before with characters in The Little Mermaid, The Witcher, and The Lord of the Rings. Hollywood calls this inclusive casting. Some love it, some don't. In Papa's case, the backlash may have been more than HBO expected. But here's the interesting part. Papa's casting fits a pattern. It's what some call the Bella Ramsey strategy. Bella played Ellie in The Last of Us. At first, fans said she didn't look right. But when the show aired, she was brilliant. And all the hate disappeared. Studios sometimes cast one unusual actor in a big role to spark controversy. People start talking. Buzz is created. And when the show finally airs, people are already watching, even the haters. This worked with Bella. It worked with House of the Dragon. But recently, it hasn't worked so well. Season 2 of The Last of Us faced more criticism. Diversity marketing started to feel fake to some fans. And now, even studios like Disney and Warner Brothers are pulling back from this strategy. So maybe HBO thought Papa's casting would be bold. But now, a year later, the world has changed. And they're stuck. Let's go deeper. Why is this such a sensitive issue? There's another layer, J.K. Rowling. She is the creator of Harry Potter. And over the last few years, she has made strong public comments against modern gender ideas. Some people see her as brave. Others say she's hateful. Most actors in the reboot have stayed quiet. Some even supported her. Tom Felton, who played Draco in the movies, said he's grateful to her. Nick Frost, playing Hagrid, said, "The story matters more than the author." John Lithgow, the new Dumbledore, said he'd gladly talk with her. But Papa, he did the opposite. He signed a public petition against Rowling's views in April 2025. That made headlines and divided the fandom even more. Now, here's the problem. Rowling is still a powerful figure in the Harry Potter world. She's part of the production team. She gives feedback on casting and story. Officially, she said she wouldn't fire Papa. Even if she could, she said, art and opinion are separate. But fans noticed the tension. Many Potterheads still support Rowling. So now they ask, why cast someone who is against the author? It's messy, and HBO knows it. Behind the scenes, things are heating up. Some reports say HBO is quietly talking about replacements. But it's tricky. If they fire Papa, they will face backlash from progressive fans. If they keep him, they risk losing conservative fans. No move is safe. Even worse, filming starts soon. Costumes, scripts, and scenes were already shaped around Papa's look. Changing actors now would cost time and money. Some insiders say a recast has only a 10% chance. And even if they did it, they'd likely cast another black actor. Choosing a white actor now would just make things worse. HBO is stuck. Meanwhile, the rest of the cast looks great. Really great. Let's take a quick look. Uncle Vernon, played by BAFTA winner Daniel Rigby. Petunia Dursley, by co-star Belle Powley, young, elegant, strong. Lucius Malfoy, Johnny Flynn, who played David Bowie. Draco Malfoy, up-and-comer Laux Pratt, already compared to young Tom Felton. Molly Weasley, played by veteran actress Katherine Parkinson. Cornelius Fudge, played by Bertie Carvel, a well-known theater king. Even the kids, Seamus, Parvati, Lavender, are cast with care. Each one looks like they walked out of the books. It's one of the best casting lineups HBO has ever done. And that's what makes this Snape story so strange. Everything is working. Except this. Some fans say, just keep him. He's talented. Others say, he's wrong for Snape. Start over. The truth? Nobody knows what's best. But we do know this. Snape is not just a character. He's one of the hearts of the Harry Potter story. Who plays him will shape the whole show. So HBO has to choose carefully. And quickly. Some say Papa might still leave on his own. Others believe HBO will wait for season 2 to make a quiet change. There's even a wild theory that this is all a media stunt, and he was never the final choice. Unlikely? Maybe. But in Hollywood, anything is possible. Especially in the wizarding world. It all started so quietly. One tweet, one post, one name, Papa Acedu. Snape. That was it. And then, everything exploded. At first, some fans clapped. They said, he's perfect. He's powerful, mysterious, deep. But others, they didn't like it at all. This is not Snape, they wrote. Snape is pale, sharp, scary. This just feels wrong. And soon, the online world split in two. The strange part? Almost every other actor got love. People smiled at the new Lucius Malfoy. They said the new Dursleys were spot on. They praised the casting of McGonagall and Hagrid. They were even excited to meet new child actors as Harry, Ron, and Hermione. But Snape? Snape became a fight. Not just a casting fight, culture fight, a history fight, a rolling fight. You see, Snape is not just a teacher in a story. For many fans, he's a symbol, a broken man,
a sad hero,
a villain, a protector. He's pain. He's mystery. He's Alan Rickman. And Rickman made Snape unforgettable. So when Papa was cast, fans didn't just see an actor. They saw a change. A big one. Some said, it's about time. Why not cast a black actor in a big role? Others said, Snape's whole story is about how he looks, about being the outsider. You can't change that. People made videos. Reddit was on fire. Some even made fan posters with other actors. One popular image showed Andrew Scott as Snape. Another showed Ben Whishaw. But HBO already made their choice. And they made it with confidence. But here's the twist. Papa isn't just a random actor. He's one of the most respected young actors in Britain. He played Hamlet. He's won awards. He's worked on stage, in movies, on TV. This was not a quick decision. HBO wanted someone bold. Someone who could bring something new. And maybe they also wanted someone who would start a conversation. Because that's what happened. And then things got deeper. Papa spoke out against J.K. Rowling. He signed a public petition. It was clear he didn't agree with her views. That was big. Rowling is not just the author. She's part of the show. She's on the team. She sees the scripts. She helps shape the world. So now some fans asked, how can an actor who's against the author play one of her most complex characters? And others said, that's exactly why he should. Because Snape is full of conflict. Rowling replied once. She said, I don't have the power to fire anyone. Even if I did, I wouldn't. Art and opinion are different. It was calm. It was short. But it didn't stop the storm. Because this wasn't just about Rowling anymore. It was about the heart of the fandom. The Harry Potter fandom has changed. Some love Rowling. Some are angry at her. Some don't care and just want good stories. And right now, Snape sits in the middle of that storm. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, filming is close. Costumes are ready. Scripts are printed. And some scenes are already locked. Changing Snape now would be hard. Very hard. Some say it's too late. But fans still ask, will HBO replace him? Will Papa leave on his own? Insiders say, probably not. Maybe a 10% chance. But even that feels risky. Because if he leaves, people will protest. And if he stays, others will complain. It's a lose-lose situation. And yet, it's also a test. Can a show survive this kind of pressure before it even begins? And here's the thing. The rest of the cast looks amazing. Seriously. People love the new Petunia. They're excited about the new Malfoys. The actors are young, talented, and full of promise. Even the casting for minor characters, like Lavender Brown and Seamus Finnegan, got applause. Feels like everything is working. Except this one role. This one choice. Snape. Some fans say, just wait. He'll surprise you. Alan Rickman wasn't Snape at first either. He became Snape. Others say, this isn't about acting. It's about keeping the heart of the story. And somewhere between all these voices is a quiet hope that maybe, just maybe, this version of Snape will become something new. Something unforgettable. Something true. The lights are warm on the Leaves Den studio set. Cameras rest on tracks. A few chairs lie empty. Snape's classroom still smells of dust and candle wax. This place will soon host the new Harry Potter reboot. Actors are arriving. Scripts are being memorized. Wardrobe fittings happen in nearby trailers. But one character still sits in question. Papa Acetu has not yet begun filming. They saved Snape scenes for late August. Maybe to let the controversy cool. Or give time for a decision. That calm before the storm? Is a real thing here. The daily set talk. Every morning, the director Mark Mylod arrives with coffee. He walks slowly, nodding at crew. A light smile, steady, careful. In costume tents, actors buzz. Nick Frost jokes about Hagrid's beard. Daniel Rigby adjusts collar for Vernon Dursley. But Papa's trailer is quiet. One assistant hurries in and out. Scripts tablets disappear at night. Some crew members speak softly between takes. They hope for clarity. They worry about delays or rewrites. Scripts in flux. Snape's early scenes involve his famous corridor monologue. Turn to page 39. The simple but loaded. Insiders say scripts are being adjusted slightly, not to change Snape's words, but to add context. A line in season 1 now says something like, he's always the outsider. It hints Papa's portrayal may lean into belonging and difference, more than in the original. A belief. HBO knows this casting choice brings new ideas. Why not weave those ideas into the story? But will fans accept subtle writing shifts? Hard to know. Cast and crew whispers. Late afternoon, actors gather under a big tree on set. Nick Frost laughs loudly. He said he digs Papa's energy, even though they haven't filmed together. He jokes, I hope he teaches me the right way to stand in Hagrid's shoes. Janet McTeer, Professor McGonagall, says she supports Papa. She speaks softly. I think he will bring something unexpected, something real. We need that. John Lithgow, playing Dumbledore, is quieter. He smiles and says, "Magic is bigger than any single actor. If we all remember that, we do fine." So crew hopes breathe again. Inside Scoop Media Theories. There's a rumor floating around. A big producer from a rival streaming service watched early footage. He texted, "If Papa's acting is real, it will shut down all noise." If that's true, HBO might choose to ride the storm. Another insider. Warner Brothers wants something modern. The world has changed. Whites-only Hogwarts doesn't work. This pushes the team to frame Snape in a new light. These are whispers, not facts. Still, you can hear the tension when cameras roll. Fan projects and social media. In the parking lot, a group of fans set up a camera. They're making a vlog. On set at Leavesden. "Can we spot Snape?" They laugh together, excited. One says, "I'm here to support Papa." Another says, "I want to see how they rewrite lines." Back online, fan theories grow wilder. What if Snape's backstory is changed? What if he's not bullied over blood status, but skin color? Maybe the third season will focus on this, like a new layer of struggle. Forums buzz with theories. Papa's casting gives Snape a new journey. Maybe Hogwarts stops being a safe place sooner. It could reset the story tone. Not everyone is serious. Some joke with memes. Snape, Dad Snape, Villain Snape, now famous actor Snape. But the mood is mostly hopeful. People want this to work. The studio's crucial decision. In the back office, big decisions are pending. One meeting room, long table, candlelight glow, for atmosphere. The heads say, "We cannot fire him now, too expensive. We can choose to stand by him, but we also need support. Can we film one Snape scene and test the audience? Like a private screening?" That idea brings hope. Maybe they'll show early Snape scene in July before full release. We'll see. What Papa wants. Papa hasn't spoken publicly again. He stayed quiet after the petition. But a leak says he's hopeful. He called the role a once-in-a-lifetime chance. He said, "I won't let anger define my work." That's brave. Friends say he's reading every line, practicing small pauses, the Snape voice. He's fully preparing even without certainty. The risk and the reward. Here's the truth. If Papa nails the performance, if Snape still becomes everyone's favorite character, HBO looks like geniuses. They'll have created one of the most talked about castings ever. But if he fails, they could lose fans before a single camera roll. Every day on set feels like a test. Every rehearsal is under pressure. What we might see next. Private Snape scene drops mid-July. Scripts mention new lines about identity or outsider feeling. Papa begins filming in August. Rehearsals will include scenes with Draco, McGonagall, even Lily and James in flashbacks. Or HBO quietly changes the actor. Papa leaves, and history unfolds in whispers. Or Papa stays, filming starts, and he surprises everyone. Why this matters? This isn't just about one show. It's a moment in culture. Can a black actor redefine an iconic role? Can fans embrace a new version of a classic character? Can a streaming giant stand firm against social pressure? Success would matter for future adaptations and representation. Failure would be loud, showing the limits of modern casting. July arrives with heat. Leavesden Studios glow in the summer sun. Inside, things are changing fast. Something is floating between soundstages, a leak, a script page, a line of Snape's dialogue. The script leak. On Reddit, a fan posts a screenshot. Just one line. But for Snape, it's powerful. "I was always the outsider, born into shadows. I learned to hide. Even here, it's raw, emotional. Not just the old Snape pride. This hints at deeper pain, maybe tied to his skin, or just tied to his soul. But it's clear this Snape is vulnerable, and fans read it fast. Some react with hope. This is different. This is new. This is alive. Others worry. Too much change. Snape was strong, not sad. But everyone is watching now. The teaser trailer. Mid-July brings the teaser. 30 seconds. A whisper of music. Snape's silhouette in the hallway. Water dripping. A flicker of movement. A voice begins. Every spell has a price. Every heart holds a secret. Then Snape's face. Not white. Not old. But Papa. Cold eyes. Soft skin. His hair slightly curled. Collar high. And wand raised. Instantly the hashtag #NewSnape trends. Some posts say, beautiful. Bold. Not what I expected. But I'm in. Others post side-by-sides. Rickman's cold stare and Papa's fire. One user writes, Alan's Snape was icy. Papa's is smoldering. This teaser changes everything. Fan showdown online. Forums burst with energy. YouTube videos pop up. Reaction to the teaser. Nancy on screen screams, he's perfect. Critics also speak. The tone is wrong. Trailer feels too modern. One blogger notes, sound design is haunting. Papa's voice. It's rich. Reddit spins more theories. Snape might be half blood, half something else. Snape's pain may come from family story. His role could become even bigger, not just a teacher, but a bridge between worlds. But some say, if you still hate it, stop watching the teaser. Performance is what counts, not skin tone. The crew's decision. Inside the studio, the teaser buzz arrives fast. Francesca Gardner, showrunner, smiles. She says quietly, this will change the conversation. Mark Mylod nods. Now the work begins. HBO executives watch the metrics. Teaser views climb. Comments 2 million in 24 hours. Emails flood in. Some angry, some praising. Someone in marketing says, we got them talking. That's step one. Papa's move. Papa posts nothing for weeks. Then a calm selfie on Instagram. Caption reads, thanks for seeing me. I'll tell the rest soon. No mention of controversy.
No επάλεγη.
Just presence. Confident. Quiet. His public manager says he'll soon do interviews. Talk about the reboot. Let the world know his Snape is more than casting. What comes next? August is next. Filming Snape scenes is scheduled. Fans hope for behind-the-scenes footage. Crew expect deep costume fittings and emotional rehearsals. By autumn, the first full trailer may arrive. That will signal HBO's final decision. They are backing this version. No turning back.
A cultural moment.
Here's why this matters. Casting power. This is a test for future shows. Can fan backlash alter big franchises? Story depth. Snape's character is now richer. Maybe we see his full roots. Maybe we all relate more. Studio strategy. HBO makes bold choices early. They provoke fans. They build buzz. They risk. But often they win. Final note. The Snape story is still unfolding. Nothing is done until we see the first episode. Until Papa stands in the Great Hall. Until words are spoken. Until wizards fight and magic glows. This July moment, script leak and teaser, is the turning point. It's the moment Snape moved from page to screen. And from rumor to real choice. Are we ready? Is fandom ready? Is horse riding into Leaves' Den ready? We'll see. Until season 1 arrives, every moment counts.